very good
Also
Grimstroke
makes
game.
it is, you know, just enabling the Juggernaut a little bit further. Of course, Shadow Shaman, lots of abilities that you can use to combine together. Also, almost guarantees
10
getting 2
seconds
stuns
remaining.
out with the Solar Guardian as well. So we'll
5
see. We'll
seconds
see if it's
remaining.
going to be effective. I mean, even just against the Ember Spirit, right? The Silence, a nice little tool to be able to lock him on down.
Silence the leash as well against the Coddle. I guess if it's a support Coddle, still you want to be catching up to this hero because it's very mobile. But I'm a big fan of this Grimstroke pick. I think it's a hero that I feel is very undervalued through, especially in the CDPC. We see it played a decent amount, but maybe not as much as what I feel like it potentially could be. And it's looking like it's going to be a pretty good game at the moment here for Summit. But looking for Atlantis with the 18th.
It's still a good mid-coddle game, though. That's the thing. I know they've picked the Ember Spirit, but it's a good mid-coddle game. They have no catch right now on Summit Gaming.
Let's go. Support Ember. No support Ember? What's going on?
No support Ember.
What's wrong with support Ember, man? This hero, he can be played as support.
He can.
Do you want to win, though?
Pick Arc Warden support, you know? Doesn't mean it's going to work.
Let's see. They're going to have to reveal something here on Atlantis. More than likely, we do see Liquid like to run Coddle off lane. Chalice, well, he's on RNG, likes to run Coddle off lane. So there are teams that do really like playing the Coddles at 3. We haven't really seen that transition into C at all. And you get your very, very happy hero in the Tusk, which is let's hope it's a support, otherwise Danog is not going to be too happy.
I'm just struggling to see what it does this game, you know? Like,
10 seconds
once you get
remaining.
Blink, it's going to be nice, just for the initial lockdown that you need to be able to perhaps
5
burst down
seconds
a
remaining.
Shaman. You've got the save for the Omni Slash, you've got a save for the Solar Guardian. But, like, does it really do all that much? I guess, like, if you're really on point with the Ice Shards, you could seal off some avenues of escape, really enable the Coddle and the Ember further, but I don't know. I'm not crazy about it.
It's a very
Toss
good
back into
lane.
Walrus kickback. Yeah.
It's a very good lane versus Jug Grimstroke. You're going to force Grim to go for like a 0-1-1 build, because as soon as if you go like Stroke and Inkswell, then as soon as you got the Blade Fury and Inkswell going, Tusk is just going to snowball himself and his teammate, and then all of a sudden it's a lot of resources expended from the duo of Summit, and that's a lot of your kill threat gone as well. So I think we saw it in Division 1 and C. I think we might have been actually casting that game. I can't remember now, but it was a game where Tusk just, it really prevented the Jug from being able to have any kill threat in the lane with this snowball. So I don't want it to be a 3. It looks like it's going to be the case, but I feel like a big reason why they picked is save versus the Shaman. You said save versus the Omni Slash, but yeah, just get rid of a lot of the laning stage effectiveness.
I'm just thinking what POS 1, well, if it is a POS 1 that they still need on Atlantis, they're potentially going to go for. I mean, the big meta heroes that are still available are...
10 seconds remaining.
Sorry, I'm just having a look here.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, there's the Bristle, there's the Alchemist, and there's the Faceless Void that are still in the pool. Don't think it's the greatest Alch game. I feel like you've got enough strong-ish tempo and some early item effectiveness on Summit that it's not going to be an amazing game for him. Faceless Void, fairly strong, right? It would force the Dawnbreaker to go into a Aghanim Scepter just to be able to deal with the Chronosphere. I feel like it would combine together really well with the Coddle, even if it's just a support, really amps up the damage in that way. So I wouldn't hate to see that.
Dire team pick.
Dragon Knight.
Even more of that early tempo. So honestly, don't hate this from Summit. I do prefer Summit Gaming's draft as for right now. Also, this is more likely to be a mid DK. We know against an Ember Spirit, fantastic matchup. You're just going to stomp him with the denies. So it really feels like Summit Gaming, at least for me, all 3 lanes are looking real solid.
5 seconds remaining.
It's a very good DK pick. A lot of armor versus a tag team. You kind of want to go for a position one that does a lot of physical damage as well. Otherwise, you're kind of wasting the effectiveness of this Tusk hero. And
Now select your heroes.
oh boy, I really don't like Troll. And I think they're lacking a lot of stuns as well to amplify this hero. It is going to be WS on the offlane Tusk, so I already know you're going to say Summit. even though you liked their lineup before you saw the Tusk 3, I'm going to follow up with that and say Summit as well.
Let me just put my points on.
Yeah, no, honestly,
50,000.
350. Jesus Christ.
250 is the max. I would put 350 on if
okay.
I could. But yeah, we saw what happened to the Troll Wallet last game. Yeah, he was able to get a good amount of farm on Mango Rose, but it just didn't result in anything. And I feel like this game, it's much of the same, right? If the DK gets gone on, does he really care all that much? You know, he's going to have, of course, the Dragon's Blood maxed out. Juggernaut, once you get the Ag's Shard, then you're just going to be able to just spin away. You might get a lucky route, but in order to catch him, it's very hard. This game is on Wonderboy. I was not so complimentary of him in that previous game. I feel like he shouldn't have been caught as many times, but if Atlantis is just to stand any chance of winning this game, it's going to be on the back of him just having a really good start. It's not going to happen in the laning stage, so it's going to need to happen with his early rotations. Those Sleight of Fist Searing Chains need to hit. They need to convert into kills to allow Ponyo to get this early-ish Blink Dagger, and then maybe you'll have the repositioning and the control to allow Mango Rose to actually do anything. But I feel like it's a lot of ifs, buts, maybes, whereas Summit Gaming, it's just a lot more straightforward.
Yep. It just seems like their lineup is that much easier to execute than regard to Atlantis here in this game 3. Again, a lot is on the line for Summit Gaming as well. The possibility for them to stay in the DPC for next year's... And it's going to be a bit scary now, because, I mean, TNC fans looking at this, you're like, oh, I don't know. We need Summit to lose.
Let's go Summit.
Yeah. No, we're saying let's go Atlantis for TNC fans. What's going on?
Bro, you don't know TNC fans. You know, they actively cheer for their failure a lot of the time.
Okay. All right, here we go. Don't run up that high ground, friends.
You should know about TNC fans at this point, Aries. You know, just have a look at the old Facebook comments. That'll tell you everything you need to know.
I do not read them. You cannot, sir. No comments, no Reddit. Stay away.
Just about the gains for you, isn't it?
The gains. I don't want. People are mean, dude. I'm not gonna read comments. I'm not gonna read Reddit. What's going on? But it is all about the gains. Get absolutely swole.
Chat's very positive.
Oh, far out. Dude, I would... Chat, you guys... Never seen...
Yeah. Never a bad thing to say about any team or player.
No, without a doubt. Honestly, it's just... The best of everyone is brought into chat.
Mm-hmm.
I love you guys. We give you... You give us entertainment, and we give you the teams that you should be betting on. And you guys all should bet on Atlantis. So, Danog and I can get more points.
We can get those points.
Crush. This is taking a little bit of damage for the moment. We're CZY stepping in. Mango Rose has the Whirling Axes back up. Ponyo doing a decent amount of
zero
damage.
armor, my man. Actually, never mind. He's got two. He's got the ring.
Yeah, he's chilling. He's chilling.
Against a shaman, that's actually so important. How often are you going to get zoned out of a lane by a shadow shaman? That's the thing. Ponyo, level 1 tree throw. Yep. Wow. I really wasn't expecting this.
Well, we're expecting a 5 tiny as well. Like, this is...
No.
I don't know. 5 tiny is a bit of a yikers.
Like I said, man, it's the toss back into the walrus kick into the towers. That's what's going to win them this game.
All right, let's go. Let's see. You're also... I don't know if we want to look bottom. Otherwise, again, seeing this offlane Tusk might get going out a little bit too upset. But off the mark of the shard, so already not... Off to a good start here is going to be WS, but honestly, this should be a lane where there are... You should not die if you're Atlantis. Coddle's going to have plenty of movement speed, 340 with the Windlays, of course, the classic Coddle, and again, Tusk with the Snowball should never die from the combo of Summit. But, that being said, Unknown, he should be able to get a decent amount of farm, and Trezam's job in this game, in this lane, is just to scout out Coddle in the kind of tree lines and make sure they know whenever the blast is occurring top lane. CZY along with Crush have already used all the abilities for the moment. Mango Rose going to try and juke down to the south, and that is beautiful from the Troll Warlord. Might be forced to deny himself to the tower. Because, oh, he's in, okay, he's in this little spot. You have to run, oh,
Yeah.
oh, he's going to run out now, okay.
What?
Wait, no, what? Mango Rose, just go to the tower, you don't make it out. Maybe the neutrals instead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we might be able to do it. Nice.
That's a long time out of lane, though, man.
That's
He's got
true.
5 CS. Honestly, even mid, like, you've got Mercury, who's, like, he's behind the Ember Spirit a little bit in these last hits. I think Wonderboy's done a really good job. I said he needed to ball out of control to give them any kind of chance, and especially with how this top lane has gone, that's even more of a factor. See, this is it. It was the secret pos 1 tiny. You know, that's why he went the tree through level 1.
Ah, yes, we've cracked the draft here from Atlantis. Didn't, okay.
Go on.
No, I was gonna say, I feel like you, in a safe lane support tiny, you're looking to play as the toss back into the tower, but not gonna be the case. Dude, Wonderboy's bodying Mercury mid. This is, again, this is not a lane that Mercury should be losing as heavily as what he is.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh my, aggressive glyph as well, so Mercury's not gonna get any free time out of the tower. Does he get the kill? He's got Flame Guard back up. Does he go for this?
I think he could. All you need to do is just let the Flame Guard do the work, right? Let the creeps soak up the damage, and well, really on point there by Mercury to make sure he's just getting out of there.
They have to glyph themselves, so... beautiful though from Wonderboy, just cutting the wave Mercury down in this low health pool where Wonderboy would be able to, with the help of the extra creeps, be a bit of a nuisance to Mercury. So this mid lane's kind of gone to crap now. Everyone's doing their old pulling shenanigans, so we'll look down to bottom instead as WS. Well, he doesn't have a point in the snowball, so this Blade Fury doing a decent amount of damage at the moment. We're also going to get out of range of the blast.
I'm just struggling to make sense of this this very early game, to be honest. I mean, again, Mango Rose has been able to get a lot of this solo experience. A lot of that is on the back of Ponyo, just being able to manipulate the lanes a little bit here. Crush, he's not having a fantastic time either. I mean, how many times do you see a Troll Warlord with 5 CS having to kill himself to a neutral creep and still coming out on top in terms of the last hits?
Ponyo? Gonna be in a bit of trouble for the moment. They get the toss away, and Mango Rose gonna try and turn onto CZY. Doesn't get lucky with the root. We'll have the Whirling Axes back up shortly, but CZY steps back to the safety of the tower. And they're gonna go back. Hang on, CZY, Jesus, man, you're playing with a low health ball, but Crush, he's got the combo ready to rock and roll with, but Mango Rose 2 has the Whirling Axes. Crush is gonna be cautious now. Avalanche to hold back the damage, and it's gonna be Atlantis that gets both kills up top.
Maybe we're just thinking, I thought he might have had 2 points in the shackles there when he went for that, just because of the extra little bit of healing that it would have provided to him. But yeah, certainly not with the 1 point. You can't just stand there and look to man fight in the way that he did.
Back over to mid. Wonderboy is continuing to body this lane. Bottom lane as well. WS. Beautiful timing with the snowball. Is able to dodge the ink swell. No. Oh, that's a cute Iron Branch play. He's going to go for the dive. Meanwhile, Coddle, he's killed off. But Trezam, can he get cute with the jukes? He's got the Windlace movement speed, but it will not be enough. As WS will finally...
Tree as well.
Oh, yeah, just wasn't enough.
Oh, no. Well, Unknown's been able to finish up the phase boots unless WS is able to quickly go and get rid of the courier. Oh, he does!
They go for this? They're going to dive Mercury. Gives him the chakra to refresh the spells, but he's only got 1 point in the slide. Should be able to dodge the ink swell. Beautifully done from Wonderboy with the blast as well. It connects onto Trezam, but Wonderboy is out before getting that last little instance of damage.
Griffey's looks like he might be going all the way back to base here on Wonderboy instead of picking up the bounty rune and maybe sticking around the bottle that he's been able to pick up, but...
Top lane, we got some brawling going on.
Honestly, if you're Summit, you're totally fine with this, right? You just want to prevent the troll from hitting the creeps for right now. He might be forced to make a pull happen, which he does. Don't believe there are any stacks going on inside of their own jungle as well.
Oh
so.
no, the tiny. Ponyo wanted that last little right click on the big creep, but it comes at a cost, and that cost is his own life. Nicely done from Summit. What a interesting game of Dota 2 we have. Net worth lead very minimally in the favor of Atlantis. We'll see how they're going to look to play with the Ember Spirit being able to make these rotations. They do have a power rune coming up in the next 30 seconds. Coddle already playing around mid to try and secure that for Wonderboy.
I'm thinking as well about the Juggernaut and his itemization. He's going into the Battle Fury, and, you know, a lot of it can come down to personal preference, but I feel like there's a line between personal preferences and what's actually really good for the game. This feels like a Maelstrom game to you, doesn't it? Like, I feel like they need ways to be able to get through the Flame Guard, which is going to be a lot of that early damage potential. You need something that's going to synergize well with the Aghanim Shard to be able to kite away from the Troll Warlord. And hell, even against like a Tiny, right? Eventually he's going to get points in the Grow, so he's going to have that bonus armor, get the magic damage, and then suddenly he can't do jack.
Oh, in the river, Crush with the Solar Guard for the chain control. They're going to be able to catch out Wonderboy here. Beautifully done. The duo supports along with the global pressure of Crush. It's a big kill onto the Ember Spirit, who's having a very good time mid.
He is. That death was kind of on Ponyo, though. He was standing very close by to where the Dawnbreaker was channeling that Solar Guardian. So he could have, if he was really paying attention, been able to land that avalanche and prevent the connection to come through. And that probably enables the Ember Spirit to live if that's the case.
CZY gives him some information, knowing that Mango Rose is backed off to the jungle. We'll see what they want to do with this. Of course, CZY still going to be quite some time away from the Serpent Wards. Doesn't look like they're getting a whole lot out of this Elder Dragon form as well. The DK doesn't want to be playing in the lane where Ayad is.
Fortune's change. I feel like they've got plenty of damage as well on Summit, so I wonder if Mercury's going to go that level 10 talent for the Breathe Fire, just to make sure you're constantly able to spam it out. And then when you go up against the Troll Warlord, sure, he might ult you, but then you're just like, alright, whatever, who cares?
Top lane. There we go. An easy kill for Summit. They do have the rotation coming out from WS. Should be able to get CZY. WS has only got 1 point in the tag team, but at least has the Walrus Punch to be playing with. So a nice solo kill here for the offlane Tusk, and going to get a bunch of mana back as well. So he's second in net worth. WS is having a very good start to this game.
Oh, absolutely. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the offlane Tusk for the first 20 minutes. It's just every rotation needs to be perfect. Ooh, be able to catch this out. Oh, so close, man.
Well, back on your unknown point about this Battle Fury. Yeah, I really feel like Maelstrom is like 95% of the time, but Unknown feeling, like you said, maybe some personal preference here. Does already have one component, well, I guess 2 components completed with the Perseverance, so he's been able to find a lot of farm with his safe lane Jug. He's got the maxed out Blade Fury as well, so should be able to get his farm ramping up. He's got pretty decent mana regen now. You infuse Throne Drop with the Perseverance, so yeah, you can just spin to win for the Mr. Jug.
What's this mid lane looking like? Mercury really wants to use this Elder Dragon form along with the Siege Creep if he can, plus the Arcane Rune, but seems like his team have other ideas. They're making a rotation down towards bot. They really want to try and catch out Mango Rose here right now. Unknown. He's looking to be not revealing all that much. He gets the deny onto the Siege Creep, and this is exactly what he wants. He wants him to go for a dive, feel confident.
They're going to Inkswell in CZY. Why not use it on the Shaman instead? Battle Trance, it's already on cooldown regardless, and let's see if they look to shove out the lane now. They did lose their Catapult, unfortunately. They do have the Serpent Wand still as a potential. Meanwhile, top lane, though, on the river, 3 heroes from Atlantis are able to surround, crush, and bring down the offlane Dawnbreaker.
It's a bit of an odd move, right, with the Troll coming down this early on. It feels like you want to be playing down there if the tower's gone, or if you've got teammates around you. But obviously, coming down here ends up giving up his life. He only actually has one of those components of the Battle Fury for himself. It's on the back of a couple of Wraith Bands, for sure, but it is still going to be quite some time until he's able to scale at the same extent as the Jug.
He comes back down as well on Mango Rose.
But the boys are here. Ponyo's coming. the rest of them can look to join pretty soon after. Coddle, Ember, both with TPs.
They're kind of forced to stay mid though, an eye at least. Like with the Elder Dragon form committed for Mercury, this is a lane that Coddle can't really leave. You know, you have this easy capability to spam from afar. It looks like they won't require an extra hero to rotate down bottom to protect this tower, the threat of the Serpent Ward. So honestly, Atlantis doing a pretty solid job. WS
Lane?
looking to jump in, revealing the blink. Mercury, he's got the backup though with the Solar Guardian. It's a beautiful timing with a snowball. It's going to be able to dodge out the initial stun from Crush, and they're going to get out with their own lives as well. As meanwhile, down bottom though, Unknown. It does come at the use of the Omni Slash, but they do get a kill onto the position 5 Ponyo.
More importantly, though, for Atlantis, like the DK is the one that you need to kill every single time. He is the main one that's going to be putting a lot of this map pressure on, and the fact that it's 12.5 minutes and no tier 1 tower has gone down, it's a bigger benefit for Atlantis, right? They're not the strongest tower takers on their end, right? Tusk doesn't really do it, Ember doesn't really do it. It's really only the Troll Warlord, and again, he needs to be farming. He can't be doing tower damage right now, so while it's in this balanced state, you're very happy.
I think the game, though, is going to ramp up. We're still yet to find a tower, but we do have a Blink Dagger now completed on the Dragon Knight. They're attempting on Wonder Boy. I don't think they can... This maxed out Flame Guard is not going to be easy to get the kill, so they're forced to use the Serpent Wards instead for the bonus damage. Do they have the controller? Unknown was a little bit too late to get in range, but looks like Wonder Boy will not escape. There we go. First Serpent Wards use of the game, and that will be enough to get rid of the Ember Spirit.
It's a nice value. Also, very early Battle Fury finished up by the Juggernaut as well, so his farm is going to continue to grow. Crush pinging out exactly where the entire team is. They're playing under any sort of vision, so Crush just with some really good presence, realizing how they don't want to give up any of these free towers, but I think they might be forced to give this one away.
Without Coddle nearby, this tower is going to end up going down, so they will scout out the blink from Mercury, but finally it's going to be Summit being able to find a tier 1 tower. It's a bit of a concern though. You're going to open up the map drastically for Summit. You've got this Battle Fury on Jug. Troll is still quite some time away, so it needs 2 components.
And Iyad is nearly solo taking a tier 1 tower as a Coddle. Like, it probably shouldn't be happening, but he does draw a lot of attention towards that mid lane as well. They found out Mango Rose here. If they can continue to kill him and prevent that Battle Fury from coming online, again, this net worth differential is just going to continue to grow. It's about 1,500 right now in favor of the Juggernaut. Speaking of Jug, he's got the Invis available, and he just wants to go run on straight in.
That's the perfect target. You need to bring down the Keeper Light to open up the towers, and they should be able to do so with Mercury jumping in. Unknown even looking to connect as well, just with the help of the Healing Ward if a fight does break out. So really nice sequence of events here from Summit. They've been able to find their second tower of the game. They also see Mango Rose farming under the ward. Shazam, he's got the Inkswell back up. He's going to look to jump in with the Solar Guardian, but the stuns, Mercury doesn't get in range, so Crush won't have any effectiveness out of the ultimate, but at least they do run into the Tiny. Now, it is probably going to reveal that there is a ward placed around the triangle.
But I'm worth so much.
It was a quick conversion as well from Crush. Like, to give away a support Tiny, you're generally okay with that. You see how I feel this game about some of the itemization. That was the big issues that I had with Summon in Game 1, Atlantis in Game 2. Really don't hate this.
They're setting up on the Juggernaut. CZY's in a perfect position. Look at the turnaround. Oh, CZY, beautifully done. Gets the control off to give Unknown an opportunity for the Healing Ward and the Omni Slash. And this is an issue, Danog. You say the task he can start off well, but if you feed over a couple of kills, then you can start to fall off as an offlaner.
Your scaling potential is gone if that's the case. And, well, he's gone very brawly, right? He's gone into the Blink Dagger, he's going to BKB next, and with that kill streak going over to CZY, he's got the Blink Dagger for himself. This is a really early one for a Shadow Shaman. Not the greatest way to be able to farm, and hasn't even put more than a single point into the Ether Shock. So, honestly, when you're playing these targets like the Emperor, the Troll Warlord, ones that need to play around either their ultimate for the Troll or their flat Fire Remnants for Wonder Boy, to be able to catch them out, you got the burst potential on Summit.
Smoke up. They're going to move to top, though, on Atlantis. As soon as they see them jump the Juggernaut, Mega Rose going to be in trouble. But they're going to jump the Troll Warlord before. Instantly, the TPs are coming down to try and protect him, but such an awkward movement from Atlantis. Now you get nothing out of this smoke. You're not going to trade the life of the cause.
Yeah. Unknown continues to farm. They didn't even have the entire team there. They didn't have to use the Solar Guardian. It was really just the Blink stun coming through from the DK.
Is going to jump in, revealing the Blink. They'll run into Ayat on the Keep of the Land, and again, Dire. Just too late to protect them. They are yet to deal with this Observer Ward on the high ground. They place 2 sentries down, but that ward gets full usage out of it.
He has to be a little bit careful here. He could drop down the Fireball.
Yeah, good luck. Everyone behind Mercury, it's not going to be an easy kill at all, especially with the Solar Guardian getting pumped down. Mercury stands his ground, turns to deal with the Ember Spirit. The double shackles from CZY from afar means that Atlantis are just bleeding kills left, right, and center.
This is all on the back of CZY, man. Support gaming wins games, and, well, he's doing a great job so far. Just able to find the right target at every step of the way. I was talking before about how effective that Blink Dagger is going to be against the Troll Warlord and the Ember Spirit. Honestly, when you're still in this stage where you still got, you know, tier 2 towers to have to deal with, and Mango Rose has only just got the BKB for himself as well. Sorry, not the BKB, the Battle Fury. The Coddle is just as effective at being able to be taken out. He's the main one that's going to stop a lot of this aggression in onto your towers.
93 win probability for Summit at the moment. What a position for them to be in. And they need...
DPC fans, in shambles.
No good, no good. Alright, what are we looking for here from Atlantis? Are you at the stage of the game where you just put in all your eggs in the basket of Mango Rose to get this farm on the Troll with the Battle Fury?
Oh boy, you need to get a tower. You need to open up the map a little bit for yourself. They're making a rotation bot with all 5, yep, and looks like they'll be able to get it, but again, it's at the cost of, what? Nothing. You don't lose anything, you don't lose any heroes on Summit's side. They're actually standing right underneath the Observer Wards, so that's why Atlantis feels so confident in going for this, but, well, they're just going to take Roshan in exchange. I think that's a pretty fair trade if you're on Summit's end.
Beautiful read. You've got mid and top shoved out as well, so there's no obligations from Summit to deal with the waves. And you are so happy with that trade on objectives. Give the Aegis over to Unknown. They're going to look to smoke as well. Smoke on smoke.
They could just go top though, man. They don't
CZY, he's going to run into them for the moment. They've got the ward. CZY jumps into the middle. Oh my lord, the Shaman playing with fire right now, but they still haven't got the kill. They'll finally get rid of the support, but it comes at such a grave cost. There's now WS. He's going to be chased down next. A blink up in 3 seconds. Can they cancel this? And you bet they can. The Breathe Fire Fem are far, but still... Someone to blink down to the right side. Mercury! Oh, just too short.
Oh, they're doing their best to try and kite things out. Look at Mango Rose just walking between the towers on the enemy's side of the map. He just wants to be as stealthy as he could possibly be. Making his own stacks, taking farm where Summit doesn't exactly want to be, but he has to be very careful. You've got Unknown coming back towards his triangle because he used the Omni Slash previously. Mango Rose is going to have to TP away.
Oh, Jesus, WS. It's a lot of damage, and no one's playing behind Mercury for the moment. They get the Spirit Vessel out. This is a bit of an opening here. No one else is looking to connect to protect their Dragonite, so a second kill being bled over into Atlantis.
Okay. Little baby steps towards the big goal that they want. Again, I really want to see Summit playing around what they have available to them. There's no glyph available for 2 minutes on Atlantis' side. They've got the Aegis. So as soon as that DK is back alive, I know he's just short of being able to finish up the BKB. Just go top. You've got vision. You've got control over the entire area. CZY, just looking to pick off anyone that tries to come up here. Don't know if he'll be able to get a solo kill onto the Tiny, especially considering there's no Solar Guardian available. He's just following him.
Yeah, what's going on across the map? Crush is trying to 1v1 Mango Rose. Meanwhile, Unknown and CZY should... Oh, they actually got the kill. Okay, so they're going to be able to find the Dawnbreaker. Meanwhile, Ponyo, he'll also go down as well. I thought... How did they... What? I thought he would have been able to TP out under the cover of the BKB, but it looks like the Troll with that Battle Trends had enough damage and attack speed to kill him through the magic immunity.
Coming through. The important part of that kill as well is it also gives back the Spirit Vessel charges for Ayad. Still such a big component of being able to take out this Dawnbreaker, plus the DK. Although DK is playing more
All right. Good past couple of minutes here from Atlantis. They're getting a couple of kills across the map. You see the supports aren't really playing with their bodyguards in the cores. Like Grimstroke and Shaman are both very weak. And hang on, Ponyo just instant Omni Slash for the Juggernaut. As soon as Unknown just scouts out the Tiny's positioning. They get another kill though. Like Mercury going down. This Dragonite, he had the BKB. I don't know. Maybe he just completed it. Yeah, okay.
So that's what he was spending his time doing. It was a lot of space being made to enable him to farm so that he could make the next rotation. I don't know why he went into the mid lane, though. I mean, outside of the top, the map is entirely dark for Summit Gaming, and he had a triangle to be able to play around. So it's just one of those small errors. You get a tier 2 tower in response to it, though, so it's not awful. And
bottom, they're on to Crush. He's going to go aggressively. BKB going to buy him a little bit of breathing room. Where's the team? Crush able to try and turn around now with the team showing up as well, but Atlantis again forcing all reactions down bottom. A BKB out of the Dawnbreaker, and Atlantis, you got to be pretty happy with this position you're in now. Maybe you could consider about catching out a Straggler. Unknown, not an easy kill though. Still has the ages for a minute 10. No one playing behind him.
He's huge, man. You've got the Solar Guardian though. That's the thing.
All right, just gonna run into the troll. CZY's got the follow-up as well. You need to be able to deal with the Shadow Shaman. Wonderboy is going to jump to the back line. Protective for the BKB. Also the Snowball buys Manga Roast and Breathing Room's going to try and turn it around. Shard's going to block him off. Oh no, the Shard. You hate to see it. Troll's still being able to right-click Mercury for the moment. It's going to run into the middle with the help of the Solar Guardian. Look at the slam down. Crush dealing so much damage with the AoE. Stun looking at Ayad. He'll be stunned up as well through the Blade Fury. It was looking like a decent start for Atlantis, but all of Summit finally showing up as 5, and they will take this team fight in full force.
And the Shards doing a good job to protect from the initial part of the team fight, but it meant that once that Soulbind latched, they had nowhere to run. They were just caught inside the Solar Guardian. It was really good patience coming through from the DK as well to save the Dragon Tail until the very end of the Soulbind duration, just getting maximum usage out of the crowd control that they had. And, well, Unknown, he's just going to continue to grow this lead. He's having a fantastic start. Oh man, poor Ayad. His courier going down as well. For that Lotus Orb, of course, very effective at just being able to prevent a lot of that initial burst going onto the squishier targets.
Your place is here.
I do like the attempt, though, at least from Atlantis, and how they need to take these fights. Support's got to die. Avoid the DK. It's going to be difficult to deal with the Dawnbreaker as well, with how slippery and survivable that hero is. Just get the Grim, get the Shaman. We kind of saw the read from Wonderboy throughout that fight. You know, instant remnant to the Shaman. They're going to be able to run into the Dragonite. Spirit Vessel will force his BKB, and Mercury's not respecting this. So he's going to go down instantly to start. Crusher's got the backup starting to connect. Unknown's going to jump in. They might be able to turn this back around now. Unknown. It's going to be cautious, though, but the Aegis has expired, so they're going to go for Trezam instead. Phantom's Braid's going to buy him some time with the Omnislash as well. Look at the bashes coming out. Wonderboy!
Bash! Oh my god.
Oh my lord. Multiple bashes from Unknown. Gets the blink away to escape WS. They'll turn to Trezam instead, with the 4-star still being on cooldown, unable to make it over the Shards. So Atlantis, they still do edge out another victory in this skirmish.
Oh, the silence and the bash. So unfortunate being able to get that one through, but Unknown, again, he's just having a super solid game. Looking to put the team on his back. I completely agree with you on your point from before, by the way. They need a way to get in onto those backlines. You've got an Ember Spirit, you've got the BKB onto him, right? As long as you have vision of the Juggernaut and know that he's not just going to Omni Slash on top of your face, or it's on cooldown, you have complete freedom to go on onto the backline. Same sort of thing, like you've got a Tusk that's going to be able to help, who's nearly level 18 as well. So that crit damage, we've seen how much it could do previously to a Grimstroke when he invaded the triangle. It could honestly do that much to a core as well, depending on who you catch out.
Mega Rose, CZY. Oh, look at the jump. No hesitation for the Shaman. They scout him out of the high ground, and instantly Crush is there to follow up as well. I think the ward, yeah, it's such an interesting ward placement. It was able to scout him out, farming that camp. Beautifully done from Summit Gaming. Getting to the stage. Ooh, hold that thought. Mid lane, they do see multiple heroes. We're not going to have a fight breakout. We are getting to the stage where WS is getting close to the scepter. He's got enough gold for 2 components. If he continues to play the way he is, just prioritizing shoving out bottom, then we could be looking at this scepter with the Warriors kick, sending the Juggernaut away from the team fight, and that's going to be really important just to break the formation and to, again, help deal with these supports. That is always the main priority from Atlantis.
And of course, the potential for a dive too deep into the base to result in a hero just sitting in the fountain.
Yes. Very much so. Blinding Light, into toss, into kick. Multiple ways. But still
Summit. They're in the driver's seat. They are level 20 on the Dawnbreaker. We've seen how effective he is. I was mentioning in previous games the effectiveness of this Desolator just to be able to rip through. They don't need the Blink Dagger on him this time around. I much prefer this kind of itemization into the damage intent. Going for that bash.
They do see Mango Rose. That ward inside the base, they're going to instantly try and TP back, but I don't think they're going to be fast enough.
Oh my god.
Man, Crush is doing massive amounts of DPS, and they're going to toss him closer to a target, leashing multiple heroes together, trying to deal with a Grimstroke. They should be able to do so easily enough. Wonderboy protected for the BKB, but they're looking to escape. They do not want to continue with this fight. Summit, they are starting to part their way from bottom to mid, and like you said, the cavalry has arrived. Unknown's going to try and target down the Keeper Alive for the moment, gets the bash at the last hit. So Ayad's gone. It's got the on this slash as well. There's no snowball target. WS needs somewhere to go. It's going to be okay for the moment. Unknown doesn't have enough slashes to cut the Tusk into pieces.
Micro that healing ward. There we go. It's following Mercury now, but yeah, they're just in such a strong position. It was good prioritization on Atlantis to be able to go for these supports, but honestly, Grimstroke had gotten off everything at that stage. So the fact that you committed so heavily onto him and was still only able to get a single support kill just means that that rotation doesn't feel worth it in a lot of ways. And Juggernaut nearly level 25, nearly into the Skadi as well, which is just going to make that kiting so much harder to be able to try and find a way to be able to get away from the Juggernaut as these squishier heroes, as well as, you know, be able to chase down as the Troll Warlord. It just really doesn't feel like you can man fight at all.
It's not only the Jug that's getting a lot of farm, it's also some of the other cores as well. Mercury has pretty much just bought out completely for the Ag Scepter. So if he's got the Quickening Charm as well, which is going to be really nice. But they're already into Roche. Second Roche of the game. They won't even require the Serpent Wards to bring this one down. It looks like Atlantis a little bit too late to react to this. Crush could have looked to try and make some space here with the Dawnbreaker. Doesn't have enough control to stop the snowball. Is in a very awkward position. They might be able to get crushed, but at what cost does it come at? Hang on, they can't even kill Crush at the moment because Unknown jumps into the middle. Both the cores are leashed together. It's soon to expire, so Wonderboy, you can run it away. Beautiful use of the spider legs, but they're kiting the Jug at the moment. It's actually a good fight from Atlantis. Shards are off the mark. You got to respect the Jug, though. Unknown.
GG.
Oh, okay.
They just need to back off. They need to back off on Summit. It's a costly couple of kills, for sure, but it's nothing that they can't just shrug off and go back to. I mean, by the time the other heroes are back up, you're going to have level 25 on the Juggernaut. You've got the Skadi finished up. You've got the Elder Dragon form with the Aghanim Scepter now on Mercury. So much potential to be able to just end this game after this point. Aegis, 3 minutes left on the glyph. Just take one more team fight, and Summit, you are staying in Division 2.
But that big item is completed now for WS. Multiple scepters being completed across the board, but really this Tusk Scepter is, I think, the all-important one. You have this potential now to catch them off guard. That kickback could really spell disaster, because the Shaman and the Grimstroke, they can't enter the high ground. As soon as you lead up, Wonderboy, he's going to go for those heroes. And you've got the Scepter as well for the Ember to play with, so a little bit more burst or more mobility for him. So even though you're down 11,000 gold and the Aegis advantage, I really feel like Atlantis can take an incredible high ground.
They can, and so it's all about finding those pickoffs before you go into the high ground. That's what Atlantis need to play around, but it's this fine line, right? You can't just stay holed up inside your base because the net worth leads just continue to grow and grow, but you can't be out away from the rest of your team because that means a pickoff into a high ground siege, and well, I just had a look at the buybacks. The only one that has it right now is Grimstroke. A bunch of people close, but it just does mean that every life is so valuable, particularly for Atlantis.
Atlantis, though, this world, they will scout out unknown, starting to path his way bottom. Level 25 on the Jugs, gone for that 475 health talent. Just clearing out the trees, making sure there's going to be no shenanigans going on. But it's... we got any gems at the moment? No, no gems. Man, there's a lot of Tranquils and Phase Boots in this game. WS? Kickback on Mercury. It's going to look to BKB TP out. Unknown, do they keep...
Oh.
Okay, I was going to say, do they keep going with that TP?
Yeah, just getting a little bit too antsy there on WS, using the Walrus Punch first. If he just blinked in, Snowball into kick, would have absolutely been able to disrupt that TP away. Level 20, still though, obtained by the Ember Spirit, so he gets a little bit of that extra damage for when he goes for those backline dives. Again, this is a Grimstroke and a Shadow Shaman that we're talking about here. Not the greatest armor pools to be able to play around, so if you're able to get in onto those backlines and particularly take down...
mid lane. Oh no, the blast's going to reveal their position. He's starting to path his way to the right side where the rest of his reinforcements are located, but Mercury, he's going to be killed off the moment to start. Crush is kicked away. Beautifully done from WS, but Crush instantly re-enters the fight. I think you need to get out now on Atlantis. You can't stick around for a longer drawn-out team fight, and that's going to be the case. They're just going to sacrifice WS's life, but Unknown, he's already looking to chain this into more kills. Bit difficult to close the distance onto Ayad, though.
Radiant's top tower is under
It's just a
attack.
single kill, right? And it still costs them a lot. He wasn't able to survive even with that extra little bit of survivability with the Elder Dragon form, but all tier 2 towers gone. This is exactly what you want to get out of that second Aegis, and, well, very close. Actually has finished the Abyssal Blade as well on Unknown. So even if you're making a jump onto someone like the Ember Spirit, a lot of the times you commit the Omni Slash, he just remnants away. You just Abyssal Blade him, and then you probably don't have that same level of
Crush mid
survivability.
lane. He's going to go in instead. They start onto the Dawnbreaker, but he jumps Mango Rose, and the Troll Wallet was able to stand toe-to-toe. Mango Rose starting to stack up the items, and Summit, they're not respecting this carry on Atlantis. They'll chase down a second kill. There's also a DD in the river as well, so maybe they can get an objective off the back of this.
And a level 25 on Troll Warlord as well. He went for the Battle Trance, strong dispelling. How effective do I actually feel like that is? Honestly, the Whirling Axis piercing spell immunity would be really nice just for the blind potential when you're looking a man fight up against the Dawnbreaker, the Dragon Knight. Alright, 10 seconds left on the Aegis, but he'll still be able to clear that wave out. So, you know, the game isn't secured for Summit by any means. We've seen, of course, you've reached the... not necessarily the peak on Atlantis, but damn close to it. I think that's a Satanic as well, waiting to be finished on the Courier for Mango Rose, just about 500 or so gold away.
You reckon Atlantis have reached their peak?
Oh, like, they've reached a point where they can actually fight with confidence.
Okay, yep. I was going to say, I feel like they've still got a lot of room to grow. But no, I would definitely agree with that. I feel like they're at a stage where you can actually feel like it's been, they have to take team fights on their own accord, and when Summit have a numbers disadvantage, and I don't really feel like that is the case anymore. Mango Rose, level 25, Satanic, Titan Sliver is going to help out a lot for the Troll Warlord, so... I mean, we also see kind of the other heroes are finding their farm, like Wonder Boy, 5 deaths, but I think he's done a very good job to recognize his role in this game. It's a big fight, though. They got a ward on a cliff, so beautiful spot from Atlantis to take this fight. ZZY, how do they get the jump? Unknown. He's going to lean into the middle onto Wonder Boy. Ember's got an opportunity to pop the BKB. He's going to move down to the left side instead, trying to target Trezan.
Running the support.
They're doing a very good job to hold the back, and meanwhile, Crush, he's dueling over WS, protected for the shards at the moment, a kick away. Do they have the damage to bring down the Dawnbreaker for the moment? The BKB is soon to expire. Meanwhile, Unknown, just a solo use of the Omni Slash, but Unknown's going to be in a bit of trouble. Mango Rose still playing around with the double damage runes, finally able to bring down one target, tries to chain this into a second kill as well, with the bashes raining down onto Mercury to hold the back, and Mango Rose gets the attack speed pumping thanks to the fervor, and the Troll starting to really be an issue here for Summit.
It's a bit of an odd jump as well by the Shadow Shaman. He just went completely solo. He finds one target, but Tiny's there as well. Until he's got that BKB available by the Shadow Shaman, he can't go for those sorts of attempts, especially considering the entire time it's nighttime and you didn't have that vision on the cliff. Atlantis was just able to take that fight exactly how they wanted to.
Radiant's middle tower
It's looking scary for Summit. I mean, they're completely back in it. I don't think it's... 5,000 means nothing at this stage. Feels like the momentum is really starting to shift over to Atlantis' favor. And again, a lot more is on the line. The pressure for Summit Gaming. You need to win this game to secure your spot. If you do lose, there's tiebreakers, but they just narrowly beat TNC in that previous series. So going into the tiebreakers, you want to seal your fate right here, right now. But the pressure, it's not there for Atlantis.
Exactly. I mean, things are looking better for Atlantis, but we have to think that, again, it's on the back of unforced errors. You know, previously with the Dawnbreaker dying in the mid lane, he just ran into the solo when he didn't know anyone was on the map. With DK dying prior to that before he'd finished the Aghanim Scepter, he had a jungle to farm. With the Shadow Shaman there, he just jumps in completely blind and gets picked off. So they're really putting themselves in this situation on Summit.
It's going to be nice for them to get this level 25 on the Dawnbreaker. Just hit 24, so will take quite some time. But extra Starbreaker charge, very important. This is a big rune. It's like Wonderboy should be able to get it. We're going to see Trezam. Yeah, the Ward of the River able to scout out the Grimstroke's position. The rest of Radiant nowhere to be seen to help out Trezam. He's able to get the ultimate off at least. I know it's going to jump into the middle as well with CZ. It's a lot of damage to start with the Blade Fury. They'll deal with the Tiny. They're going to try and bring down Wonderboy. Look at the snowball. Wonderboy gets out to the right side. The Lotus Orb as well to protect him for the moment. Oh, no.
Oh, the Lotus.
Slash onto the Lotus Orb target, so it's doing no damage. They just don't have anything in the tank now to stand their ground, or maybe they do. Unknown gets the triple kill. He's going to try and move this into more kills now. The Lotus Orb, almost the MVP, but it wasn't meant to be.
He's just too far ahead on this jug, you know, to be able to make a couple of mistakes there. But again, look at what started out that fight. It was, again, another great Shadow Shaman dropping the Mass Serpent wards. He was able to get that Soulbind off with the Hex, with the Shackles, forcing some earlier BKBs than they might have liked to on Atlantis. And I mean, look at the end result.
No buybacks. No buybacks here. They
will... It's a pretty terrible glyph as well, I have to say.
They cut the lanes though, so they're going to have backdoor up. They might not have heroes. Unknown and Co. diving out of the T4 towers. WS gets the kickback, but it doesn't matter. It looks like WS, he's put himself now in a compromised position, and he's going to snowball further towards the lineup of Summit. They can set a formation up, so as soon as the snowball expires, they can get the kill. They did an incredible job to cut the waves, but now they bleed multiple kills into Summit's favor.
Seems like different people on the team think that they're capable of different things. Again, just playing bodyguard right now is Crush over that creep wave, but I really don't think a position 5 Tiny is going to be able to stop anything, and indeed, he's the one back inside the base. Have they done it? Have they knocked TNC out? Oh, they're even going for tier 4s. Trying to bait out some of these buybacks. They don't have them on two of the important heroes to make this a 5v5. Oh, Coddle just got his.
Sold the tome. Oh, Throat's exposed. You're going to make a play. Turplewood's along with the Elder Dragon form. Someone just objective-based gaming. They're going to do it. Someone are going to do it. They'll take this series. And with this, securing their position in Division 2 for the next DPC. And as a result, they will knock TNC out. Who would have thought TNC and Neon are the two teams relegated out of the summer tour for Southeast Asian Division 2?
Oh boy, I mean, for TNC fans, it would hurt a little bit. This might be the kick up the butt that they need, though, right? Like, the performances ever since the TI-10 regional qualifiers, where they got so close to qualifying, just haven't been there. It's been on the back of going a little bit more down the youth route. hasn't worked out too well, other than maybe a player or two. I think you've certainly got a lot to work with a few of the members there, but Summit Gaming, this is just all going to go back to that initial series of the DPC. If TNC win that, then this win really doesn't matter for anything, right? Because TNC would have been ahead. They would have been secured, safe already. So at the end of the day, they only have themselves to blame to be in this position. But what a performance by Unknown. 18-0-8 on that Juggernaut. Crazy amount of healing, crazy amount of damage. Really just solid draft from the beginning. And once again, the Tusk 3 takes an L.
You have some vendetta against Tusk 3, don't you?
I don't know I like Tusk. It's just terrible as a position 3. You need to do everything perfectly. And when was I wrong last? Honestly, when was I wrong?
Oh boy, I mean, we can get a whole list going, but it's okay. We don't want to embarrass you in front of everyone. That's right. We won't worry about that.
I'll just take my points. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll get my points as well. That's all good. For Summit, man, what a incredible series, and I'm sure they have to be excited as well. We've got all 3 of the qualified teams staying in the DPC for another tour. We do get a interview as well. We'll have to keep this one relatively short because we do have Division 1 to move over to. I need to work out who we will be interviewing.
Don't know. It's like some kind of weeb profile.
Oh, classic. What do you know? Surrounded by them. God damn it. I gotta... Ay.
There's been some good episodes lately, all right? Don't diss it.
Has there? Very good. All right, we're gonna interview with Trezam. Okay. So some simple questions for Mr. Trezam. We'll keep it a little bit short. We do have Division 1, so we will... All right, I'll bring him in now. Trezam, hello, can you hear us?
Can hear.
Perfect. Okay, mate. How are you guys feeling? You have now, with this series victory, you've secured your placement in the Division 2 for next DPC. So how are you guys going?
We will continue play our best and keep going, do our best.
So when you're saying keep playing and doing your best, are you guys going to, now that you're safe in the DPC, are you guys taking a break, or are you playing some of these qualifiers for some of the upcoming tournaments like ESL Genting? It would be great to be able to qualify for a big event in your home country.
Yeah, we will go to play the ESL Genting. Try to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Who are you thinking are going to be your main competition there at the next qualifiers?
Not sure.
Okay. Now that the DPC season is done, obviously this is the big thing that you're playing for, right? This is what really matters. Sure, there's qualifiers coming up. Were there any strats throughout the DPC that you guys were saving that you just never got a chance to play? Any pocket picks? Any like position 1 Marcy or anything like that? Like anything crazy that you guys just didn't get a chance to do in an official game?
I think not. We will play more stable, not picking like not stable carry like that.
Sounds good. Yeah, stability. I think that's what won you guys the game. You guys had by far the better draft, particularly in that game number 3, and you were rewarded with the win. So big congratulations from me. Any questions, Aries?
No, I was just gonna say, any shout outs, Trezam, before we let you go?
Nothing.
Very good. Okay.
Nothing.
There you go. Well, from Danog and I and everyone, congratulations, mate. It's going to be awesome to see you sticking around in the DPC, and thank you for joining us for our interview.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. There we go. Okay, so we've got the lads on Summit Gaming sticking around. In the end, they're going to be... They're finishing in 4th place, Danog. 4th place finish for Summit Gaming. So we've got Execration on top, Lil Gun second, Army Geniuses third, Summit Gaming, Atlantis, and Made in Philippines, and then of course TNC and Neon relegated out. You just see it's the rise of the new lads. RSG from the open qualifiers into just demolishing Division 2, into being in a position where they could potentially qualify to the major. And again, in this tour as well, we don't have a qualified team in moving into Division 1 for the next tour, but we do have all of them, all 3 sticking around. So that's going to be really nice to see from them. And it's good to see all the new guns coming through as well. But we do have to close out this stream because we do have some more exciting stuff around the corner. We've got Division 1 action. Our next series is going to be SMG taking on NGXC.
Yes, another relegation battle, which is always exciting to see. Basically the exact same situation, right? SMG need to win to absolutely guarantee themselves, and Nigma C, they are playing for a chance to force a tiebreaker.
Yeah, so a lot is on the line for our next series and even the series afterwards, but we'll take it one series at a time. We're going to be moving over to Division 1. Stick around. There's a lot more C action.